And we'll get started for the evening. So hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. It is that time of year. We're so excited to kick off the Peoria Walk to Defeat ALS season for 2022. If you are joining us for the first time, or if you are coming back to the Walk to Defeat ALS, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're so happy to have you be a part of the walk season. So I just wanted to make sure everybody can hear me, right? If you don't mind, can you chat in the chat box real quick, just to make sure that I am not talking to myself so far? I'll keep an eye out. Okay, good. Awesome. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate it. Just to make sure we can be in Zoom as long as we want, and it still likes to throw us for a loop sometimes. So I like to make sure that we are all good to go. Hi, everybody. Oh, it's so good to see your names coming through. I'm so happy that you are here with me tonight. All right, we're going to go ahead and do some housekeeping items just to start. So everybody watching tonight, you're muted. You can relax, sit back, enjoy some water or a beverage while you listen tonight and get all the details you need. The Q&A box is open for the evening, as well as the chat box. So you can share ideas, use or add some comments in the box, and then questions I'll be sure to keep an eye on as well. And we'll make sure that all questions are covered by the end of the night so that everybody is feeling confident and ready to get going for 2022. I think that's it for that. I've got my windows popped up here. Oh, also this meeting is being recorded, so you'll be able to reference it and to share it with other team members. If you need to go back, check some facts or check some links, we will have that all available for everybody. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna hop over here. All right, so we are the ALS Association Greater Chicago chapter. We are a small but mighty team, one local chapter as part of the national organization. So our chapter covers the service territory of Greater Chicagoland, Central Illinois, and Northern Illinois, even including parts of Northwest Indiana. So we serve all of that area. You can see listed in pink on the map up there. We've got amazing care services coordinators covering all these different territories who are experts not only in the ALS journey, but in resources local to the area. Our physical office address is listed there. It's in downtown Chicago. And then our web address is there as well. These days, we are blessed to be able to be a little more connected and be able to serve everywhere. And we get asked a lot about our chapter colors and kind of our identifiers. So our main color is red. You'll also see us using yellows and blacks and grays, but red is kind of our main chapter color. We get asked a lot for team shirts or decorations and signage. So you'll see that a lot. And then our chapter symbol is the sunflower. I'll talk a little bit more about the origins of that, but those are kind of our main identifiers. Our chapter symbol being the sunflower, red being the color, as well as yellow and black. You can see our team listed here on the left. So my name is Sam. I've been with the chapter 3 years now, but I got involved all the way back in 2016. I lost my grandfather to ALS that year. And I actually got involved starting with the Peoria Walk to Defeat ALS. Our family started a team. I started volunteering to take pictures, and I got to know the staff. And I was so incredibly blessed to be able to join the chapter in 2019 as a staff member. So I helped a lot with the walk programs, but also kind of all of our development and communication projects throughout the year as well. One addition I wanted to bring up tonight would be Rachel, who's pictured there in the center of that photo in the green shirts. Rachel's our new administrative coordinator, so you might have some contact with her, just answering the office phone, general questions. She is our new all-around expert, so she is happy to help as well. All right, so what we do as a chapter, we have 3 important tiers of our work: advocacy, research, and care services. We are really excited that our chapter president and CEO, Julie Sharp, is really engaged and involved with advocacy at the local and national level. So she's involved in flying out to DC. She's engaging with our local elected officials and really keeping on the nose with all of the tasks that the national organization is hoping to push through to advocate for individuals living with ALS, be that funding in different departments, be that protecting different rights. So we definitely need to make sure we're advocating for families and taking care of families who are currently battling ALS and making that journey as easy as possible, while we are also fighting for a cure with research, treatments, and a cure with research. So when you are investing in the ALS Association, when you're donating to research that's not only local and these amazing institutions we have in Chicagoland, but also nationally and worldwide. In 2021, we had 162 active research projects that were invested in through the ALS Association. So we are doing whatever it takes to find treatments and a cure for ALS, while also we care for families who are currently battling. We have an amazing care services program for our local chapter. I'm so proud to be a part of a chapter that has got amazing care in place. And I'll talk about those different programs we have in just a second. But we've got 4 amazing individuals that take care of our folks regionally. So we'll head over to just a little summary of the kind of projects that they are involved in. So that's a lot, and don't worry, nobody's got to memorize these. But these 4 individuals on our care services team are 4 full-time staff members, work in their region. They are there for every step of the way in somebody's journey with ALS, supporting family members, supporting the individual, helping them understand what resources are available, being a shoulder to cry on, all sorts of things. Kelly is on the right on this photo, she's right there. And she is our Central Illinois Services Coordinator. She's on the call tonight, so if you have any specific questions, feel free to give us a question, or you can give her a shout out too. So thank you, Kelly, for all the work that you do. She's doing tremendous work and continuing to grow awareness in the Central Illinois market, so we can continue to make sure that nobody is battling ALS alone. So nobody feels like they are alone in this fight. So yeah, support groups, education programs, adaptive equipment lending program, every step of the way, we're here for folks. And if you would like to keep tabs on this, we do have these lovely little, they're business card size, our mission cards. And they are a little lovely reminder if you want to keep in your wallet, just the different ways that your donation and support, how it has an impact from day to day, but also if you are talking to people, engaging folks while you're out and about, and you just have this handy and you want to hand it out, or you want to keep a hold of it so you can share a little bit, they've got a great picture there of it, of front and back. We send some of those out in the team captain packets, but if you'd like more, just let us know and we'd be able to help you get a hold of those as well. All right, so let's get a hold on, or let's summarize 2021 real quick so we can kind of set the stage for what we're doing for this year. In 2021, we were so excited for 20 teams that participated in our mini walk program. Our mini walk program was our 2 years that we did mini walks to defeat ALS. So we empowered teams to be able to hold a mini walk to defeat ALS in their own neighborhood, wherever, whenever they chose. So we had 20 teams participate in all sorts of different ways. We were blown away by everybody's creativity. You can see I marked the teams who were already registered for this year. And I just am so excited that we've got so many returning teams set up all ready to go. We've got awesome return numbers year after year in Peoria, because we are kind of a big extended family. It's a family nobody asked to be a part of, but once you're here, we're so glad that you're a part of this support system. Okay, so we'll talk a little bit about fundraising for 2021, because we get asked a lot. It's helpful to know just kind of in setting goals, if you are setting your own team goal, or if you are getting asked what people should do for their own recommended fundraising goal. So overall, in last year, we raised over $120,000, which is fantastic, because our goal for this year is $125,000. So we're set up perfectly to keep the momentum going, keep building, and hit that goal for this year and hit it fully. And I'm so thrilled to share that we are already 30% of the way there. That is so exciting. So we're really blessed to have an amazing corporate chair, Ed Rapp, who's starting to get asks out and really getting people going and building support for this year. So the snowball has already started, momentum's already gaining. It's so exciting. As we pull more people in, as you're inviting folks to your team, they'll be able to see us building towards our goal, and it's just so wonderful. So very exciting. For team fundraising, most participants who are involved with this event are involved through a team, be it a corporate team with their folks from their workplace or family and friends groups of all different sizes. We've got, really intimate, just a couple family members, or we've got big, huge multi-state networks of friends and families. So most people do participate in a team of some sort, and on average, team raised, you can see just about $4,400, about $4,500. I did just for sake of learning, I looked at just the family and friends teams, just because some of those can be a little more intimate, still about $3,000. So that's really, really fantastic. Thank you all team members of 2021 for making those incredible numbers and really working together. And I mean, you can see the total that the teams raised, so fantastic, and really does build on making the event what it is. So for individual members, if you're looking to set your specific goal, I wanted to see what folks raise. So there's the whole scale between $10 or over $8,000, all fantastic. See if it pops up. There we go. I was blown away to see that last year, over 90% of walkers fundraise. So over 90% of those who registered fundraised. Now, I want to stress, there's no requirement to fundraise. We certainly have perks, and it is definitely encouraged because it's an important part of our Walk to Defeat ALS and why we hold the event. But there's no minimum that you need to fundraise, and there's no cost when you first sign up. So we'll talk a little bit more about the incentives later on, but there's no minimum that you have to raise. And the average that folks raise is over $300, which is really awesome. 300 is a great number, and we'll see later why exactly. That's a great number to set for a goal. All right, and we do love to give some pats on the back to some of our top fundraising teams from last year. So congratulations to Team Ricky, Patrick's Pals, and Team Raft. 3 incredible teams. Thank you so much for all that you do. I'm so excited to be working with you all again as well. Okay, so now we're going to start for 2022. All right, so setting the stage, we started doing our chapter Walks to Defeat ALS in 2005. In 2013 was when the Greater Chicago chapter became the chapter supporting the Peoria area. Immediately after that came the Ice Bucket Challenge, which I'm sure most of you are familiar with already. But it was a huge, it was just such a godsend with awareness for the disease. It really started to get ALS the momentum that it needs to start getting the attention and getting people in on the cause and understanding why we need to find treatments and a cure and wipe this disease off the planet. So going into 2022, we were so excited. We really were in the groove for our walks until we had obvious setbacks with the pandemic. So for 2 years, we did the mini walks to defeat ALS, which many of you were a part of. Thank you again so much. We saw teams do family bike rides, backyard barbecues, Zoom meeting team, movie nights, all sorts of wild things. So fun. They made it their own. And we were blown away by that support. And it enabled us to not only continue the programs, but to adapt and to build on more needs that the community was facing with isolation and all the other incredible barriers that the pandemic met. So going into this year, when we were setting our stage for 2022, we needed to build a plan to support people wherever they felt wherever they were comfortable with for this year, so that we could have a plan, we could stick to it. And we decided after 2 years of mini walks that we were comfortable being able to support a 2-tiered kind of option this year. So everyone is welcome to join us in person for our Walk to Defeat ALS on Saturday, September 10th at Dozer Park. Additionally, if you're not ready to be in person with a large scale event, or if you can't make it that day, you are welcome to do a mini walk as well, and we'll be able to support you in that way. So you can hold a mini walk time and place of your choosing. So 2 great options available. We'll talk a little bit more about what that means. Okay, so one thing that we do share, no matter which option you're taking, will be the themes that we've got. So On the right side of the screen there, you'll see the Unlock ALS, which is a nationwide theme. All Walk to Defeat ALS events are engaging in this Unlock ALS theme. So you'll see some elements. I'll reveal one very soon. And that is going to be at every single walk. It kind of unites us from place to place. And then locally, we have the Sunflower Field of Dreams. So I'll let you read that real quick. So the sunflower was making the sunflower an icon for ALS was a campaign by Shirley, who's quoted here. She was an individual living with ALS out in Ohio, I believe. But we just love the call to make the sunflower a symbol of hope and awareness. It's so bright and encouraging. So we really love the idea of tying in these two elements of baseball and sunflowers for our 2022 theme. So Lou Gehrig was diagnosed with ALS back in 1939. We're still fighting to end this disease today. So we're kind of honoring the special tie that the disease has with baseball, as well as our local icon. Okay, so we'll talk a little bit about what this hybrid option means. And I'm not going to read the whole thing to you. Like I said, you can reference it if you need, but I'm also happy to answer questions if you want to hop on a call, if you are still on the fence about which way to go. But in person, you're going to see all different folks from all different areas tied to ALS in different ways. And we are planning to have, a return to our in-person style. So we'll have our tent village set up, we'll have team tent areas, we'll have different sponsored tents and a raffle and all sorts of fun things. And then we'll walk together. So at 10 a.m., we'll take the route. It's out around Dozer Park, about 1.5 miles or so. And then return and do the raffle winners and all that stuff. So that's going to be our full scale size event that we're planning. In person, mini walk, you're going to have the option to control what size, what size of team you're going to be engaging, how many people you'll be around, and then you'll have the freedom to do it where and when you want. So even if you got something else going on that day, you could have it at a different time. You could, have it the same time if you want to. Kelly raised her hand. Kelly, would you like me to enable you to speak? Let me see if she puts that in the chat. I can do that if you'd like. Okay, awesome. Kelly, I'm going to open that up. Give me 1 second. All right, Kelly, if you unmute, should be able to hear you.
Hi. For the when, I think you mean instead of for the mini, you mean Saturday?
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, on the mini walk, it should be Saturday, September 10th. Sorry about that.
And if anyone is having any mini walks any day other than Saturday, September 10th, and you want me to come out and visit you on your mini walks, just let me know. I'd be happy to try and stop by and support you.
I love that. That's perfect. We had so much fun visiting mini walks in the past 2 years, doing different drive-bys and stuff.
I try and take pictures so that we can, I can send pictures over to Sam because she kind of makes a collage of all the different walks. And I don't want you to miss out on having your 5 minutes of fame.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. Thanks, Kelly. All right. Awesome. So that's kind of the main divisions between the two. And like I said, if you have questions or need to talk through it or want to change a different way, just let us know. We're happy to accommodate. And we want everybody to just kind of engage how they want to this year. All right. So in-person logistics, just some of the who, what, where, whens. It's going to be returning to Dozer Park. We walk a little route around that area. Like I said, it's about 1.5 miles. The registration booth opens and we start welcoming people in at 8:30. We'll do an opening ceremony about 9:45-ish, and then we take that walk together, and then we're done by noon. So it's a nice early start to your Saturday, and it is a wonderful day. I highly encourage coming out if that is what you and your team would like to do. Okay, so team tents this is specifically the in-persons. team tents is a really fun way to have like a meeting place for your team to meet up when they first get there, kind of a go-to as people are grabbing some snacks or water or anything, wandering around so they can meet back up at your team tent. Folks do like to decorate it. You're welcome to decorate it, especially on theme, but however you want. We love to see everybody's creativity. So just let us know if you could shoot me an email so I can make sure we have enough spaces marked out for everybody, and then we will make sure that you have your spot. We like to even mix in teams a little bit with new teams and returning teams so everybody can get to know one another. Good note there, no alcohol is allowed on location. 2 notes actually for on-site. We can only allow service animals, so no pets allowed, unfortunately, but yeah, so only service animals and then no alcohol, please. It is a family-friendly event. We need to make sure that we don't have any alcohol. So what will the Walk to Defeat ALS have? Number 1 point, we always like to mention weather. We will be walking, rain or shine. If it is safe to take a little stroll out, we will bring a poncho and we will walk, rain or shine. So just be sure to know if what the weather is going to be like that day, because we do like to really commit to that day. If at all possible, we really like to make sure that we are engaging or like making sure that we stick to that day if at all possible. So if it's hot, if it's cold, if it's raining, gosh, please don't be, but we will be there. So make sure to prepare for the weather. We will have merchandise items for sale. I'll show you the merch website later on in this presentation, so you can I'll show you the URL that you can explore. But we do have branded items for sale. The proceeds do support the cause. So we will have merch items, we'll have activities for kids, different resources and information from sponsors and from our chapter, and all persons of all ages and abilities are welcome. So we do have an accessible tent village area, and we ensure that the route is accessible as well. The walk will not have free t-shirts. That is an important fundraising key in our event, just kind of a pillar of the Walk to Defeat ALS. So we'll talk a little bit about what to do to earn a t-shirt later on. Profanity, alcohol, like I said, family-friendly event. We want to make sure that it's welcoming to everybody and no pets. Please, yeah. So those 4, firm on that. And then information to team captains. Take a drink real quick. I don't want to talk too fast. Okay, so if you do want to have a team space, I highly recommend it. But if you don't want to do that, if you're not up for it, want to take things slow this year, totally fine. We do recommend having like a meeting place just because it can get a little busy and we want to make sure that everybody knows where they're headed. So have like a meeting place planned with your team so that they know where to meet you when they first arrive. That'd be fabulous. We do have that reminder for the team photo. We love to get the team captain photos. I'll have some photographers wandering around in our volunteer shirts, so don't be shy. Ask them to take a photo on your phone or on their camera so we can share lots of smiles from the day. And yeah, get to know other teams, get to know other community members. We are all in this fight together, and take a moment to yourself to appreciate the day and a moment, because I know it's going to be from now until walk day. There's a lot going on, so let's take a moment to appreciate it. All right. Mini walk details we wanted to touch base on. You get to choose, like I said, you've got freedom to choose your route, your location, destination, time, etc. This year, only the mini walk team captains will get a supply box. Last year, when all teams were doing mini walks, we sent them out to everybody. This year, we're only sending them to the mini walk team captains. If you need resources, if there's a team fundraiser or something going on that you'd like to share resources, let us know and we'll see what we can provide. Like I said, like mission cards, items like that. But the supply boxes will be specifically sent to mini walk team captains. And if you're not a team captain and you're not sure what your team captain chose, ask them or just let us know and we'll be able to see what your team signed up for. And then items that are going to be the same. So we've got the same event website. So there it is, web.alsa.org/Peoria Walk. That's going to be your best friend. It's going to have all the resources. I'll update it every week as we go along from now until walk day and even a little bit afterwards. Fundraising. We have 2 awesome, I've teased this a little bit already. We have 2 awesome fundraising incentives. I'll show you a picture a little bit later down. But what we've done traditionally, we have when you hit the $90 fundraising mark, but whether it be from a self-donation or donations from others, you will receive an event t-shirt. And we have a white t-shirt this year. That's an Unlock ALS t-shirt. Additionally, this year, when you hit the $300 fundraising mark, we have a second shirt. It is a raglan, it's a 3/4 baseball t-shirt, or raglan shirt, and it has the chapter, the 2022 theme, Sunflower Field of Dreams theme on it, and it's really cool and lots of fun. So I'll show you a picture of that in a little while, but we'll also have challenges that both mini walk and in-person teams are going to be invited to participate in. We're going to launch the first one tonight, actually, which is super exciting. Same goal, to support ALS, fight against ALS. Staff is available for both mini walks and in-person teams. And then your team size is, you're welcome to have a small intimate team of 2 or hundreds, whatever you'd like. So that's the same for everybody. And I've got a little guy down here at the bottom that says, what if I change my mind? And that is absolutely okay. All we ask is that you let us know if your team changes, if they think, oh, you know what, actually, we do want to be in person, or, oh, actually, maybe we'd like to just keep it to ourselves this year. Just let us know. That helps us with our numbers for Dozier Park. So we have the right, we're preparing for the right number of people. So just inform us and we would be happy to get you set up for a mini walk or in person. For those mini walk teams this year, we've got our lovely supply box again. You can kind of peruse the different items in here, but we've got items that help you with decor for the day, items that are thematic and fun, as well as items that help kind of spread the word of the mission and share why it is that you're fundraising and fighting to defeat ALS. So we've got lots of fun there. And headed over to the event website. Like I said, this is going to be the resource for you, whether you, oh, I got a note, Patricia Smith, we are here and can hear. Okay, hi, welcome. Everybody else is muted, no worries. So it's just me talking at you tonight, but thanks for joining us. Okay, so the website, web.alsa.org/Peoria Walk. This is going to be your resource for whether you're in person or mini walk this year. We've got fantastic right there on the front. That more walk details button is really where I make sure that I have links to all the different tools. So be sure to check in there frequently. Like I said, I'll be updating this every week from now until walk week. So we've got fundraisers on there, like our social-based fundraisers. We've got team posters if you want to personalize things. We've got all sorts of things, and they'll be added to as we go along. So be sure to check out there. This is how you can register folks, how you can get yourself registered, your team set up, everything like that. 2 resources that I wanted to draw your attention to that are both available on the website already, as well as team captains. You will receive one in the mail if you haven't yet already in your team captain packet. But that would be the team captain kit for you team captains and the Walker handbook. And this is just a guide. Sometimes it's like in elementary school, having like a little handout and guide you through can really help get your thoughts organized and set you on the right path. So highly recommend checking both of these out as far as setting a goal, making a plan for walk day, making a plan to invite people to donate or join your team, everything like that. So these are great documents to just kind of help get the plan in place, make you feel like you are 100% ready to engage in this fight against the disease. Social media tools that we build. We'll have these available after tonight. Those are not up quite yet, but they'll be up tonight. So we have graphics available that are personalized for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, yada, 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 yada. Every sort of fundraising or team awareness or team building need that you have, we try to accommodate. I love the halfway to my goal or the I've reached my goal messages, because we love being able to celebrate, the different milestones as you hit it. Your donors love to celebrate those as well. So I highly recommend that, starting now, even just inviting people to your team, because people won't know to join unless you ask, unless you tell them that they are welcome. You really want them there. You want them to be a part of this, whether they can join you in person or if they just want to be in your team or on your team, wherever they're at that day. For those of you who are social media savvy, If you're not, no worries. I can talk you through it later, or you can just ignore it. No problem. I know we're all at different levels for, social media, but on your story, the 24-hour stories that you can post, we even have options for those that I highly recommend trying out. Different just tools for engagement and getting people involved or intrigued about what the event is. Especially on the far right, that fundraising one is so cool. If you post that and then just, ask them to donate, you can include your Venmo or ask them to just direct message you or whatever. And then every time somebody donates $10, just check it off, and you can even tag them. And then, throughout the day, they'll see everything get checked off. I don't know, it's just super cool to see, different ways to engage people virtually right now. So additional tools that we've got. Here is the beloved $300 shirt. So this is the shirt you can earn when you hit $300, the one on the left side with our theme on it. We also have additional merchandise available, and that's at alsmerch.com. And that's where you can grab items that the funds will support the chapter. It's great to spread awareness. Every step you take when you've got, the chapter written across or on your hat or whatever, is a way to start a conversation with folks about the cause. And another important resource, oh, my clicker didn't work. There we go. Walk staff, including Rachel, who's new. So we've got, we are happy to help with registrations, to answer questions, to whatever you need. We are here. Please don't hesitate to ask. There are no stupid questions. If we don't know the answer, we will figure it out together. I don't always know the answer if we come up with a silly website issue, but we will figure it out together. And I know I see your names on here. I know a couple of you can attest to that. So I so appreciate when people reach out and give us a problem to solve, because I want to make sure this is easy and engaging and fun for everyone. So if you have any questions, I'm always available. You can call or email me. You can even text me on my cell. So let me know. Okay, so with fundraising, again, it is not the only element of the day, but it is an important part of the day. Showing up in person or seeing each other in person is really amazing and perfect and wonderful for community and support. But the fundraising is an important key too, and it's one that if we think about early on, it makes it easier as we build towards our goal, so that when we get there on September 10th, we can be celebrating all together. So why do we fundraise? For those key core elements that we talked about earlier. When you are supporting the ALS Association, you're supporting families who are battling now, who need your support on their ALS journey, and you're supporting the future, because we are working towards treatment and cure and ending this once and for all. So we're working to support people who are currently battling and working to end ALS so we can not have this problem in the future. Some best practices I like to recommend. Number one, on the left side, you see that little badge that says, I made a personal donation. Those badges pop up automatically when you do a self-donation on your page. And it's psychological. People are so happy to see that, because it just shows that you are also invested in the cause. And it doesn't matter how big the donation is, but it is so important to show that, or it's so engaging and good for folks to see that you are also invested in the cause. So making a self-donation, you get a little badge there, which is super cute. But also it shows that this is important to you and that you're putting your money where your mouth is, kind of. So next up, you can see a sample in that yellow frame. You can see a sample of a team captain or a personal fundraising page that's been customized. So that is Tate Albers. That is our youngest team captain in our territory. So he has been leading Team Shark Cave for a couple years now. You can see a personalized photo, and then below there at the bottom, he's also personalized the text. Now, some of you who have been involved, especially with the mini walk years, have done this in the past, especially if you had to customize where we were walking, etc. But now I do encourage you to continue to add your story in there. I always like to add a few lines on my personal page, a photo of me and my ALS hero, or a photo of you guys at a past walk, anything like that. Just again, to show that you're engaged, this is important to you, that you want to share your story and why you are engaged in this fight. Okay, so the next photo, the photo in red, is a sample of what it looks like when you're logged into your participant center and you are seeing the email section. So when you go to our event website and you register and you're logged in, you get to your participant center, and one of the main tools in the participant center is the email templates. They try to make it as easy as possible to recruit new team members to your team, to fundraise, to request donations and ask people if they would donate and support you, and to thank your donors. All super easy, important tools. So they've got lots of templates saved there that you're able to use and then customize. And then you can import your contacts, so you can send it right out. And it goes out automatically. They get the link to your page when they make a donation, makes it as seamless as possible. The emails really, truly, truly do, we see the statistics, make a difference in getting responses from people and really building your fundraising to hit your goal. Highly recommend it, especially team captains, just sending an email out early on asking if people would be willing to join your team. Just sharing what it is that you're asking of them, if you want them to be there in person, if you wanted them to join you virtually, however you want to do it. Send out emails early and often and let people know that this is something that's important to you. And then finally, in the black, you can see a little pop-up that you'll get when you first log in to your participant center. It will also be, when you scroll down about halfway down, there's a big blue bar as well. And that is an offer to connect your participant center with Facebook. So again, this is social media land, but again, highly recommend it, because if you connect your Facebook and your Facebook fundraiser and your participant center, you're going to get a Facebook fundraiser, just like you see when people get suggested for like their birthday and stuff like that. But it's going to be directly connected with your fundraising cause. So you are going to be able to, like, people will be able to donate 10, 15 bucks on Facebook, and it'll immediately show up on your participant center in your little thermometer. No hassle. Highly recommend. It's really great. Like I said, the emails are so important to show for like a personalized ask, to really show people that you are asking them to engage with you. Facebook is really great for continuing that ask, but also for reaching out a little further into your network, because you never know who is, one, also has a connection to ALS and might be interested in supporting you or joining you. Or two, they haven't learned anything yet, and this is a great way to pull them in and engage them in the cause and get them involved with the fight as well. Speaking of Facebook, if you have a Facebook fundraiser set up and you notice that it is either that it is either not connected to the chapter, or it is not connected to chapter, like it's connected to national, or it is not connected to your participant center, let us know. We'll be able to get the funds transferred, get it linked up, we'll figure it out. So just let me know if you have any questions about that. Okay, here we've got some ideas. We just were doing some brainstorming about different recommendations, things that you can do with you and another team member, or maybe with your team. I'm so excited to share some fundraising ideas that are going on with other people, or that teams have going on. And planned already. So I'm going to share some dates later on. But people like to do team fundraisers together, or they like to do or individual asks. So go ahead and check those out a little bit. Those are going to be fabulous ideas just to get your brainstorming started. And we'll move on in just a second. All right. Fabulous. All right, and so here are the shirts. I know I showed you one already, but the highly anticipated shirts. There on the left is the Unlock ALS t-shirt when you hit $90. And then there in the middle is the Raglan tee when you hit $300. And we also will have some fun challenges from now until walk day, where you might be able to win a drawing for a team, or a drawing for like a participant challenge that you might win. But most importantly, it is just really wonderful and so important. And we're so grateful for everyone who's able to fundraise. Every dollar matters, and makes a big difference in our fight. And has year-long impact. So those are the fabulous shirts and other incentives. And before we go, I just have a couple other major big points that I want to leave you with, and then we'll stick around for questions. Okay, so like I said, we are super blessed to have an amazing sponsorship core for the Peoria Walk to Defeat ALS. We have sponsorship opportunities available starting at just $500. My associate Kendra is the lead for the, or chapter lead for the for the sponsorship areas, and she works with EdRap to coordinate and make sure everybody's needs are met for their sponsorship benefits. So there's her email address there. If your organization or your company might be interested in getting engaged, we would love to talk. We have a sponsorship packet that she'd be happy to send out to you, and she'd love to talk one-on-one as well. And if you're interested in volunteering, or if your organization, your kids group, book club, anything like that, would like to get involved as volunteers, we have positions available. Whether you're individual or if you'd like to do something as a group, we do have several spots we could get you working at a table together, cheer station, stuff like that. So Debbie from our committee is coordinating volunteer spots for this year. So I've got her email listed there as well. Thank you, Debbie. And then donations, like we said, if you have donations to bring day of, we can accept that at the tent, checks or cash. If you have checks in advance, you can mail those in. We have forms on the website to kind of help coordinate that as well. Okay, so how will you hear from us between now and walk day? Primarily email. We will have a Saturday email go out. That is where we will include updates about the event, both in person and mini walk, things that you need to know for both. Challenges is we are really in love with our challenges. We like to celebrate with people different milestones and get everybody to achieving the goals. And then you'll see some mail stuff come through. Like I said, team captains, you should all, I think except one, have your team captain packets already. So I'm trying to keep up on that and get those right out the door as soon as the teams register. Mini walk captains will get the supply boxes, as well as some other goodies for throughout walk season. There's the office line. We do like to do team check-in phone calls. You might get some notifications or calls from me as well, or maybe it's like some team mentor stuff as well. So we'll keep you posted on that. But also, I want you guys to feel free to call, text, or email as well. All right, so this is like the mega version of our mission card. Our year in review magazine style, and is a big in-depth overview of the different items that our staff covers for the care services, as well as different development things from throughout the year. So go ahead and let us know if you need one. You can email Rachel if you want one or several copies. If you have any events coming up or opportunities that you'd like to share about the cause and the chapter, please reach out and we'll get you some. Okay, so challenges that I want to keep on your radar for now. From tonight until Friday, we are going to have a registration challenge. So go ahead and keep your eyes peeled for our last slide. Will cover all the details for that. But we'll have another registration challenge. After that, we'll do an email challenge, and then finally a fundraising challenge. So I've got those dates marked there. Like I said, we'll keep you posted in the Saturday email series. But if you want to stay engaged from day to day, I highly recommend our Facebook group. It's just starting out, so we're going to keep it going year after year. But for now, it's just starting out. So please join us. We're a great group, and we're just sharing ideas, questions. It's a great way to bounce things off people, as well as to share different opportunities, or even just fun, team signs and team shirts, stuff like that. Okay, we do have a lot of upcoming events that I'm really excited to share. So for all of these, when I send out the recording, I will include the links, and then in the video recording, I'll put them in the description of the video as well, because some of these are sponsor like hosted, but others are different teams and different like volunteers and people who are engaged with the chapter. So it's hosted by them. It's a third party event. So first off, at the end of this month, The second annual Hathaway Fishing Tournament is going on in Danville. It's a little bit of a drive for Peoria, I know, but it is coming up close and it's fun. So it's their second annual one. It is in honor of an individual living with ALS. So please feel free to check that out. If you are a fisherman, get out there and catch some fish. I do have prizes. I think they scored some really cool prizes again this year. On August 9th, there's a movie night at the Pekin AMC, double checking. Pekin Theater, yep. So it's going to be a screening, an early screening of DC League of Super Pets. And the cost of the movie is going to be a donation to the team. So that's a great way to support Team GGG. On Thursday, August 18th, moving into August, or already in August, sorry. But on Thursday, August 18th at Dozer Park, we're going to come early. We're going to see the ALS Awareness Night for Dozer Park. So if you use the code ALS when you get your tickets for that night, you'll get $6 off your ticket price, plus half of your ticket cost will be donated to the chapter. So you'll get $10 tickets. Half of that will be donated to the chapter. You'll see folks in the chapter will be handing out, different goodies and information about our cause. And we'd love to see you there. Moving into September, on September 7th, there's going to be a give back night at the Fox Pub. So that's going to be lunch and dinner. Portion of the proceeds will go to the chapter that day. And then after Mini Walk Day, a very special golf outing is happening in memory of Mike and Ron, two individuals who lost very recently to the disease. So that'll be on September 29th. I know I threw out a lot of dates at you, a lot of fun going on, a lot of craziness. But like I said, I will link all the information that I have so that you can, find it on the chapter website or get involved with the third-party volunteers and members who are hosting the events, so you can learn more information and get what you need to get. Okay. Oh, and I did have, you might have noticed, it says challenge 2, 3, and 4, not starting at 1, because with the announcement for the kickoff, I did say that we would do a small challenge. So teams were qualified to register, qualified for the giveaway if they got 3 or more people registered from the time that invite went out until now. And I was so excited to see we had several teams that were applied for that challenge. So we randomly drew, and the winner is, there we go, Team Fishing for a Cure. So congratulations to the team. We'll get you a prize sent out very soon. My coworker Kendra is sick right now, so I'll get her the details right away. But hopefully she'll get you the prize out very shortly. Okay, so I'm gonna get the ball rolling for questions. Bye, Jason. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm gonna get the ball rolling with questions, and we will then open up the floor. So if you have additional questions, please start putting them in the chat now. I will keep an eye out. Right now, it looks like we have no questions, but love in the chat. Okay, awesome. But let me know. So first off, do we accept checks? Absolutely, we do. There's who you make them payable to is the chapter. That's just the easiest way. And I've got the address right there for you. So just sending them to the mailing address. And then if you want to include in the memo or put a slip of paper in, whatever, include that it's for the Peoria Walk and your team name. And that'll be perfect to make sure when Rachel processes them that they'll get exactly to where they need to go. Every single person who participates needs to register. With the mini walks, I know that it hasn't been as important to get folks registered, but in order to make sure we get the appropriate amount of t-shirts ordered, that we have the right amount of food and preparation ready at our site, we definitely need to make sure that everyone registers. So please, if you can, register in advance. It's just the easiest way to give us a seamless day that Saturday, as well as for mini walkers to make sure that you're getting the right number of t-shirts and supplies that you need. So you can register in advance up to the night before our in-person walk to defeat ALS. And then online registration will open up after walk day, reopen after walk day as well, if you'd like to host a mini walk later on. We do have in-person registration at the event. So if you're bringing team members along who haven't had a chance to register, they can register as soon as they get on site as well. And we really do need everybody who enters to register. We do the liability to make sure everybody's safe and covered. So that is just the process of the walk. So if you have any questions, let us know. All right, t-shirts, big part of the walk, like I said. So we've got our 2 fundraising incentive t-shirts. We don't sell them, unfortunately, but they're, they've got a clear number for the donation. It can be a self-donation if you'd like. The shirts are handed out at walk. So when you arrive, you'll give your name. We'll be able to hand out the shirts, except for the mini walks. So mini walk team captains will be what we've done in the past, which is we'll run your list of shirts for your team in advance, and we'll mail you your shirts for your entire team before your walk day. So mini walk team captains will get all the teams for their shirts, and then everybody else will get their shirts on walk day. Shirts are not for sale, and only registered participants can get a shirt. So if you have questions about that, if you have a large donor who you want to get a shirt, we just need to register them so that they also earn their t-shirt. And if you have any questions or need to get things worked out, just let me know, and I'll be happy to get the correct people registered so that they can receive their own shirt. Do you accept money on site? Absolutely. We have donations, like I said, you can turn in when you arrive, and also we'll have merchandise for sale, and that merchandise does continue to support our mission as well. And here's the link to the website if you want to check it out in advance, if you're itching for any hats or really, really super soft blankets or any other fun things right now. So you can check those out in advance if you'd like. Okay, I'm not seeing any questions in the question box right now. I'm going to do a quick peruse through chat to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, I think we're good. Again, I'll stick around a little bit at the end in case anybody thinks of any questions as we wrap up. But thanks for sticking with me, guys. All right, so I did mention I was gonna release the new challenge for the night. So we're gonna do a team building challenge. We want to get as many people added to your team from now until the end of Friday as possible, and then we'll announce the winner on Saturday for our very first Saturday email communication. So we'll do 2 winners. We'll do a drawing for a new individual that's registered by midnight May 20th. Oh, sorry, that May 20th shouldn't be May 20th. It's that July 20th. Sorry. So by Friday, we'll do a drawing for one of our new individuals, and then for the team as well. So those are 2 fun challenges. And with that, I am going to send you on your way. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out tonight. I hope you learned something new. I hope you're excited and engaged for this year. It's going to be really fun. I'm so excited to see everybody in person again. It's going to be so fabulous. I'm going to see you, some of you very soon. If you have a little more free time tonight, Season Sunflower Hour happens twice a month. It's our interview show. One of our volunteers, Season, does interviews with folks from all throughout our chapter in different walks of life. Tonight, her second guest is Carrie Rickey, who is a Peoria Walk team captain and one of the hosts of that golf outing in late September. So very exciting. There's the URL if you'd like to check that out. I can also put it here. TV/ALSA Chicago. Oh, they're on. TV/ALSA Chicago. There it is if you want to copy that. So that will be starting at 7. Very exciting. And it looks like Shirley said, we would like to get the door hangers and yard signs and the posters. Is this possible? That's a fabulous question. We do have the yard signs available. We will have them at Dozer Park for the Dozer Park Awareness Night that you can pick up again. I know we've done that in the past. Or we could coordinate keeping some down there, or keeping some with Kelly and being able to do some yard drop-offs. Maybe I could do that night. The posters are available on the website, so you'll be able to print those off. I made a couple different versions for folks. So we have the event poster, and then there's like a team poster with space to customize it. I do not have yard signs currently. If we do have a high demand for those, I can see if I could get some more made up for us. Or I can see if we can use what we have, maybe put a label over them. So I don't have some currently, but if we do have more people ask, I might be able to get approved for an order. So let me know, okay? Awesome. All right. Thank you again, everybody. I'll stop sharing real quick. Pop out here. All right. Thank you again for joining me. I so appreciate it. Again, I'm here if you need. Call, text, or email, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Bye, everyone.